iRacing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Here's to our country markets, to the moms and the pops, to the 3 generations strong, to the lifeblood of our communities, for prepping our meals and lending a hand through the good times and challenging times.
I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time.
Thank you for always being there for us. Your friends at G-Stone Motors.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Nashville Speedway here tonight. It is the next level underground all-pro sim racing series here tonight in Nashville. Welcome to all you race fans. My name is Roger Muth, bringing you high above the racing action here from the fairgrounds tonight. We got these late models out there on the speedway for a qualifying session right now, but what do you say we get you caught up with last week's event? Last week's event at Oxford, Corey Rogers was able to pick up the win in the Northeast Series, and of course the Northeast Championship wrapping up last week. Preston Boers able to take that championship in 9 races. That leaves us with the West Midwest Series here tonight, kicking things off for their 9-week series. Corey Rogers comes in as the points championship leader overall in the series, with Brett Robinson right there in second. Max Hanley is third, and Anthony Danta is right there into the 4th spot. Preston Boers overall into the 5th championship spot last week with his 4th place finish. That is, of course, your overall championship standings. The West Midwest Championship, well, that is... well, how do you say? No? None? Everybody's tied up. It is week number 1 right here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Tonight, though, we race in memory of one of our good friends, Chuck Chamblee. It's the Chamblee Memorial 125 here tonight from the Nashville Fairgrounds. And, of course, we couldn't do it without some of our friends, and our friends over at Next Level Underground Directional Drilling, our premier sponsor for our series. At Next Level, we provide reliable, non-invasive underground infrastructure service tailored to commercial, residential, and municipal projects. From directional drilling to fiber installation, we handle the tough jobs with safety and accuracy. That's our friends over at Next Level Directional Drilling. We thank them for coming on board here with the All-Pro Sim Racing League. And race fans, we got to thank you tonight for tuning in here to watch this event here at Nashville. Looking at it right now. Taking a quick look. Counting my haulers to the infield. The cars here tonight at Nashville, 26 drivers have made it here, but I believe we're going to take only 24. So waiting to see if we're going to roll out the last chance qualifier, which would only give us 4 drivers to qualify out of the 6. We're waiting to see if that is happening. I do believe we had 1 driver retire here early, so that bumped us down to 25, which means we may only send 1 driver home. Starting to see the drivers and their cars populate to the infield here, so what do you say we roll that starting lineup here tonight? Last chance qualifier will roll off like this with 6 drivers for 15 laps. Austin Prey will start on the front row. To the outside of him, driver of car number 61. That'll be Steve Wright in car number 61. Back in row number 2 to the inside, Trent Smith in car number 3 will roll from 3rd. And it's the Cole Beer Coyer machine. That is the All-Star Racing. Car number 13, Zach Coyer will roll from 4th. Brett McCoy in car number 1 will go from the 5th starting spot here tonight. And Bruce Cook is scheduled to roll from 6th, but I believe Bruce has called it an evening here from the Nashville Fairgrounds. So we'll see what happens here. It looks like we have 4 drivers down here. Yes, we do. See if we take this one all the way. This one would just be for who gets the final 4 positions. If you're going to start 21st, 22nd, 23rd, or 24th on the call here tonight. Taking a look back at last week's points championship and how things wrapped up, it came down to 2 drivers really. Came down to Preston Boers and Max Hanley. Hanley was not able to make up all the points. Preston Boers walked away with a 6-point championship win. Congratulations once again to Preston. But that brings us here into this series. It's the West Midwest. Where do we go with the series is what you're asking, race fans. Well, let me see. Let's get that schedule out for you. We start right here, of course, at the Nashville Fairgrounds. We have the Lucas Oil next week. Slinger, Milwaukee, Iowa, the Bull Ring, Irwindale. Then we go to, well, a track that has yet to be named. Before we roll off to Kern County, to wrap things up in the West Midwest Series Championship. Each series has been broken down into the Southeast, the Northeast, the West Midwest Series, into 9-week little championship battles for them. Then, of course, we have the championship playoffs, which is at Five Flags, Oswego, Irwindale, North Wilkesboro, South Boston, Stafford, Nashville, and Kern County. Ready to roll. We do have the 4 drivers out onto the speedway. We are taking 4, so all 4 drivers will qualify themselves in. So this will be just a dial-it-in preview. Call it a 15-lap little dash, if you will. No cash, though, on the line for these drivers. Green flag up into the air. The last chance qualifier underway here. A little Robbins racing down into turn number 1, the 61 of Wright. Going to get moved up out of the groove. Austin Prey. Here comes Trent Smith. Smith will power down the back straightaway, and he will take the lead. Lap number 1 going to go to the driver of car number 3. One driver out of shape back there. I believe that was the 61 of Steve Wright. Right now getting challenged by the number 13 of Cold Beer Coyer. Coyer maybe crossover move out of turn 2. Not going to be able to do it down the back straightaway. He'll funnel into that 4th position currently running. He'll look to the bottom as the 61 of Wright goes to the outside. Side by side for the 3rd and 4th position at the start-finish line. Give it to the 13 of Coyer. Coyer now has that spot. There's the deficit from Smith back to Wright. Currently sitting at about 2-second deficit here. Smith has just been putting it out there on cruise control. 15 laps, remember, race fans, here tonight for this last chance qualifier. This last chance qualifier is just going to be for these drivers to go ahead and set the starting positions for themselves. Smith, Prey, Coyer, and Wright will all advance as they did take to the starting lineup here in this last chance qualifier. We take 24 cars overall to our feature event for 125 laps here. Got the double high five that time by at the flag stand for Smith. Prey and Coyer getting pretty close. Coyer kind of one of those turtles, kind of slow and steady, wins the race. Started dead last here, which was the 4th position. Was able to get around right after a little bit of battling. Now starting to reel in the 141 of Austin Prey. Prey there in the all brown with the neon letters in that number 141. And Prey going to be up into the outside wall out of turn number 2. Here comes Coyer. He'll look down to the inside in turn number 3 and 4. He'll come out of turn number 4 side by side. At the line, give it to Coyer. Going through the bumps down to the inside of turns 1 and 2. Another scrape of the outside wall there for Prey. Still able to hang on to the outside. It'll be 7 to go this time by at the line. 7 laps to go. Coyer makes the pass for 2nd. And now see if he can run away and hide. A little big moment there for Austin in that brown number 141. It got all sorts of snap loose on him that time through 1 and 2. Take a look back at the front of the field. There you go with 6 laps to go. There's the driver of car number 3. He'll see 5 to go this time for Trent Smith. And able to lead them all so far for Smith. Coyer still hanging on for the 2nd position with Prey there in 3rd. Wright has made it back out onto the speedway in car number 61. We're going to see the old popsicle sticks this time by when Smith gets back out of turn 3 and 4. Two more times around Nashville here. There is the 61. Steve Wright back out onto the speedway, currently being scored 5 laps down to the race leaders. Prey also had some issues in the number 141. The white flag is up this time for Smith. He'll have to come back around here one final time around the house. Oh boy, hold on to her, Trent. Trying to get a little greedy at it. That time out of turns 1 and 2, threw that car sideways. He'll come across the line here. He will pick up the W. Trent Smith, then it's Coyer. And it will be Prey and Wright as they funnel themselves across the line. So that means we have the grid here tonight all set and ready to go here from Nashville race fans. We got a little bit of a warm-up session here before we head into our feature event. So 24 drivers are locked in. We're going to take a quick little break here as we get a little bit of a warm-up session in. We'll be back here to the Nashville Fairgrounds right after this.
I've been doing this a long time. Well, I'll tell you, working the farm, it gets you in great shape for the season. It is hard to get up in the morning sometimes. But a lot of people believe in me. And there's always work to be done on the farm. When I decided to buy a truck, I went to G-Stone Motors. Because first of all, they are nice. I checked twice. They got me exactly what I wanted when I needed it. And it came with all the bells and whistles. Those heated seats, definitely a favorite feature of mine. I travel halfway around the world to get my truck serviced. That says a lot. You can buy a good truck anywhere, but finding a team of people you can believe in, now that's something special.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to Nashville, race fans, getting ready to wrap up our practice session here. We've been through qualifying. We had our 4-car dash last chance qualifier to lock our 24-car field in, and now we're getting ready to go into our feature event here tonight for the Chuck Chamblee Memorial 125 right here from Nashville for the next level underground directional drilling, I should say, All-Pro Sim Racing Series here tonight for the West Midwest Series. It's the first race of the season in this 9-week championship standings, we should say. Tonight we will have a moment of silence on lap number 25 for our good friend Chuck. Without him, the series wouldn't be here. Chuck, of course, one of the founding members of the All-Pro Series. We had, well, plenty of races that we got to broadcast for Chuck throughout the years, and we're glad to be back here tonight at Nashville tonight for the All-Pro Sim Racing Series. As these drivers get ready here, as they start to populate those cars, we're going to take our one final commercial here, get the national anthems played, and we'll be back here to Nashville for tonight's feature event.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Nashville Fairgrounds here tonight for the next level underground directional drilling all-pro sim racing series here tonight. It's the Chuck Chamblee Memorial 125 racing tonight in Chuck's honor. He's the reason we have a place here at the All-Pro Series. Tonight we race at one of the closest tracks to his hometown in Alabama. Chuck, we miss you every day, buddy. We miss you. But tonight, these drivers are going to put on one heck of a show. And, of course, that show brought to us by our friends over at Next Level Underground Drilling. At Next Level, we provide reliable, non-invasive underground infrastructure service tailored to commercial, residential, and municipal projects. From directional drilling to fiber installation, we handle the tough jobs with safety and accuracy. We thank everybody over at Next Level for their support here with the All-Pro Series. But it's time to light the fire, race fans. It's what you came for. This is your starting lineup here tonight at Nashville. Aaron Hicks will snag the pole with the invert of 8 to the outside of him. It'll be car number 98. That'll be Peyton Hamlet. Inside row number 2, driving car number 5 here tonight. That's going to be Brett Robinson. Nick Rearberg in the number 17 will start to the outside of row number 2. Then it'll be the Northeast Series champion, car number 29 of Preston Bowlers. Back into the 6th starting spot here tonight, it'll be Trey Craig in car number 155. It'll be Cole Williams, car number 46, back there in the 7th starting spot with Max Hanley rounding out the top 8 in car number 45. Eddie Dabrowski in car number 29 will start back into the 9th spot, while Brandon Torres, car number 95, will roll from 10th. Christopher Rogers in the 00 will start from 11th here tonight, while Matt Vadang, car number 7, will roll from 12th. 13th here tonight will be Kenny Storkson in car number 57. And it looks like car number 28, that is Seth. Oh boy, here we go. Galsk Probably got it wrong out there, race fans. We apologize to Seth. He's going to start 14th. Ed Papanew in car number 01 will start from the 15th starting spot. James Large in car number 43 will roll from 16th. 17th will be Colin Butler in the car number 81, and to the outside of him, the number 12 of Stephen Rogers in the 18th starting spot. Donnie Large in car number 44 will roll from 19th, and it'll be Danny Fabiano in car number 143 starting 20th. Your last chance qualifier drivers that made it into the show tonight. Car number 3 of Trent Smith will start 21st. Zach Coyer back into the 22nd spot, and Austin Prey back in 23rd, and Steve Wright in the 61 starting 24th. That's your 24 cars starting lineup here tonight. The Chuck Chamblee Memorial is green here at Nashville. All drivers down and away through turns 1 and 2 as the sun sets as we work down the back straightaway. It's heads up 2 by 2 for the race lead. Caution lights on here for the opening lap. One driver having some problems. That was the Dunder Mifflin, number 44 of Donnie Large. Watch it back. Large down into turn 1. Looks like it lifted the tires off the ground, and then I believe that was Trent Smith that got into the back of him. Watch it back here on board the number 44. All drivers able to pull away. It looks like Trent Smith going to bring the number 3 to pit road. Psych, just an okadoke. Hamlet is being scored as the race leader. We did not get a full lap of green flag racing in the books here tonight at Nashville. Looks like 2 drivers not taking the green flag here tonight at Nashville. Looks like Dabrowski and, oh boy, Seth, my buddy Seth, did not take the green flag. So 22 drivers did take the green flag here tonight. 2-car incident here on the opening lap is what put us under the first caution flag of the evening here at Nashville. Caution laps do count here tonight. We are headed to lap number 125. 125 is the scheduled distance here. Should get the one to go with the lights going off this time on the iRacing.com official pace car, so we will go back to green flag racing next time by. All drivers still out there onto the racetrack. So we'll go with all 22 drivers that are out there. Got a lot of your race fans tuning in here tonight. We thank you for finding us over here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, the second race of this series that we have called for the All-Pro Sim Racing Series. Let's light the fire once again, this time off turn number 4. Great start by everybody that time. Hamlet looking to come back around here to complete the first official lap of green flag racing, and it will go to car number 98. Battle for the second spot. It's Aaron Hicks and Nick Rearber. Caution. Lights are on. Stephen Wright and Zach Coyer turned around. I believe Kenny Storkson and Ed Papanew also involved in this one. You see Wright pull it away. There's the 57. Storkson slowly down the back straight away in car number 57. Coyer also involved. Let's watch it back. There's the 57 of Kenny Storkson. Oh, him and Ed didn't quite get into the corner. Coyer wrapped up in a different incident. Watch it back here for the white number 13 of Coyer. Coyer and Steve Wright had their own issues going down the front straightaway. There you see the 57, Storkson pulling away. Riding on board with the 57. So that's what brings the second caution flag of the evening out here. The Town and Country Ford, number 98, currently your race leader of Peyton Hamlet. Rearburg is right there. Hicks, Robinson, Craig, Boers, Williams, Handley, Torres, Rogers. That's Christopher Rogers. Rounding out the top 10 drivers here. A couple drivers out on pit road. Let's see if we can take a look. Coyer is on his way back out of pit road. Stephen Wright has made his way back out onto the racetrack. Looks like Kenny Storkson is not back out onto the racetrack, and neither is the 01 of Ed Pompano. Lights are out, though, on the iRacing.com pace car, so we will get ready to wrap up the second caution flag of the evening, brought to us by Next Level Underground Directional Drilling. So we're going to go without Pompano. It looks like he has called it an evening here from Nashville. Green flag back up into the air. We're complete lap 11 as we come back. On board with the race leader, watching everybody down the back straightaway. Car's tire pressure still not up to snuff for a lot of these drivers. Moment there for Hamlin as he got a little sideways down the straightaway. Contact for second. Aaron Hicks going to go around to the inside. Rough start here for it at Nashville as the third caution flag of the evening flying. As the number 9 of Aaron Hicks, who was battling inside the top 5, got sideways and went around. See the contact there from Rearburg and Hicks. See Hicks up the speedway into the 71. Hicks able to slide it around and then just point it back into the right direction. So unfortunately he'll lose a lot of ground, but he'll be able to, well, save his car. Hicks actually coming to the attention of his crew as he worked down pit road. He'll come back out onto the speedway. As they say, everything has been cleared, all the corners of that car. Take a look at the running order here. Where's your favorite driver running in the early portions of this one? It's been a rough one, but Austin Prey has been able to pick up 12 spots since the drop of the green flag here tonight. One of those drivers that came out of the last chance qualifier. There he is, the brown number 141 entry. Up 12 spots, running 11th currently on the standings. Aaron Hicks, you saw him just go for a slide. He's the driver that has lost the most positions here so far tonight. Car number 9 of Aaron Hicks falling back to 17th after starting on the front row. Everybody coming out of turn 4 ready to go already. Lights are out on that official iRacing.com pace car, so we're ready to get going. If anybody out there tonight in the YouTube side of things, as we have that chat pulled up, if you know what the iRacing.com pace car is, let us know. We've been trying to figure it out for years. All we know are the lights are off, and we're ready to go. Hamlet still a race leader, ready to fire. This time off turn 4. Slow and steady. Green flag back into the air. He hammers down, back up through the gearbox. He'll clear Nick Rearberg by the time they get to turn 1. Rearberg going to slide down into second as he goes down to the bottom side of the speedway. Has a good run. Not going to be able to get there. The battle is for third. As that'll put the 15 of Craig and the number 5 there of Robinson side by side. But it'll be the inside lane prevailing for the number 15 of Craig. So it'll put Williamson back to running in 4th. Then it's Robinson there in the 5 car, who is running in 5th. Boers, last week's championship for the Northeast Series, is running there into the 6th spot. Hanley, his rival in car number 45, is running 7th. Torres, Vade, and Rogers. Everybody has worked themselves into a little bit of a, single file formation inside the top 10, but don't tell that to Austin Prey. He's back here battling. He is currently trying to pick up that 11th spot as he lost it there to Colin Butler. Butler in the 81 caution lights are on. Caution laps are on for Steven Rogers. Look at the 12 of Rogers. What happens to him in the Whiskey River? Spins it around, a little kiss to the inside wall. Let's take a look here riding on board. Tried to throttle it out there and found the inside retaining wall. Taking a look at it, Steven Rogers is on pit road. Should be able to get back out onto the speedway. Wright, Storkson, Papineau not able to return to the racetrack here tonight, so unfortunately they will be calling it an evening here from Nashville. Not what you want to see for a couple of these drivers. Nashville, one of those tracks that we really like to see. A tough one, that's for sure. A lot of character, a lot of bumps out there. As we get ready to come back around here, race fans, in honor of our friend Chuck, we are going to go silent here on lap number 25. So we're working lap number 23 here. We'll be working lap number 24. So we'll see if we get the one to go here. We will. So our first lap back to racing, we will go silent in honor of our friend Chuck, and of course his passing 2 years ago. Back on August the 8th of 2024, we lost Chuck. So as we race as close as we can to Alabama here on the short tracks, this race tonight is for you, Chuck. We do it in your honor. We thank you for everything you have done for the All-Pro Series. As we go quiet here, Mike's quiet for one lap on lap 25. And just as we come back here, race fans, the yellow flag is waved for the number 9 of Aaron Hicks. Taking a look here, our truck has it queued up very quickly here tonight. The 143 Fabiano was loose off corner number 4. Hicks, unfortunately, just the innocent bystander, and that go on board with a Hicks. Wrong place, wrong time for Aaron Hicks. One of those drivers that had a very good qualifying effort here tonight. Going for an early slide, which brought out a caution flag that unfortunately put him at the back of the field. These drivers have no quick repair, fast repair, backup car, however you would like to say it, race fans. So if you unfortunately wreck it, it's go to the pits and try and get it fixed if you can. Working the 5th caution flag of the evening here on lap number 29. I was going to question if we had enough fuel to go all the way here tonight, race fans. That has gone out the window with caution flag laps we have had already here tonight, as we're only scheduled for 125 laps of competition. We have plenty of fuel in these late models tonight. Even if you see Peyton Hamlet trying to bump draft the iRacing.com pace car, it doesn't work though. Austin Prey still the biggest mover here tonight. Up 12 spots. Aaron Hicks, of course, has lost 17 spots. He's back out onto the racetrack. There he comes in the Felt Pro, number 9. You do see some front nose damage on the number 9. He got that when he ran into the door there of the 143 of Fabiano as he lost it out of turn 4. Lights are out as you see him down the back straightaway, so we're ready to go as they're lined up 2 by 2. It'll be Hamlet, Craig, Rearberg, Williams, Boers, Robinson. Green flag in Barney's hand. Back to racing. Another great start by Hamlet. Rearberg side by side with Williams. Williams to the outside, Rearberg to the inside, and that number 71. Boers and Robinson just behind them. Rearberg takes 3rd. Williams will fall into the 4th spot. That'll put the number 5 of Robinson to the inside of Boers. Boers making the outside work here. We've seen this track in the past move from the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom, and all over. Here it looks like the number 29 of Boers has it rolling. Picked off the number 5 of Robinson. Now trying to pick off the number 46 here. Hold on to her, Cole. Brett Robinson thought about making it a 3-wide battle, but backed out of her. Hamlet still out front. Fastest lap of the race being turned by Trey Craig right there, the second place driver. Looks like Boers' advantage to the outside has gone away. He'll lose the spot to Williams and Robinson, and he'll fall back into that 6th spot where he started on that restart. Hanley just behind him with Brandon Torres right there. Vade and Prey. Prey side by side with Vade. There's Vade to the outside in that white and silver flamed number 7. He has Wisconsin Aviation on the side of that. Vade number 7 as he was sideways off corner number 2. To the inside here comes Colin Butler. Vade got a little piece of the wall as Trent Smith worked underneath him through turn 3 and 4. Everybody has gone single file here after a rough first portion of this race as we work lap number 39. Everybody nose to tail here from that 5th position on back. One driver out of line. That is the 141 Austin Prey. Ray not able to go anywhere. There is Butler and Smith working side by side. Trey Craig has pulled up on the number 98, your race leader here of Peyton Hamlet. A little bit of a three-car breakaway. Hamlet, Craig, and rear Bahi is right there also in the number 71. Pulled out to about a 1.5 second lead over the 46 of Cole Williamson. One car sideways and one going around, two going around, three involved. Couple of them coming in here. Austin Prey is the driver that went around to bring out the 6th caution flag of the evening. What happened to the 141? He was battling with the 81 of Butler. Butler into the 95. I believe Smith just went for a little bit of a spin. Let's ride on board here with Smith. Smith got tagged from the behind and went for a spin around. So the 6th caution flag of the evening has been thrown here at Nashville. A track where we thought we were going to see a lot of green flag racing so far has just been buried in these caution flags. Couple drivers coming to pit road. James Large, Zach Coyer, Aaron Hicks, Matt Vade. So those drivers coming down. Vade back out onto the racetrack. There's the 43. That is James Large. A beautiful looking Budweiser All-Star paint scheme. Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran that. Coyer coming back out also. The iRacing.com safety vehicle works its way out of turns 3 and 4. Lights are out. That means we are ready to rock once again. So it'll be Hamlet, Craig, Rearbaugh, Williams, Robinson, and Boers. Green flag back up. Here we go. Another great start by your race leader. Hamlet leads us to turn 1 with Craig and Williams just behind him. It's Williams and Rearbaugh. It'll be Hamlet leading us back across. Oh, contact there as the 46 of Williams trying to get in behind the 71. He makes contact, and there goes the number 5 of Brett Robinson. Robinson will say thank you for opening up the door. I will take the 3rd spot now, and now they're back to battling side by side for the 4th position. They figured it out. Nick will take the position for the time being in the number 71. Now he'll go to work on the number 5 of Robinson. Robinson started in 3rd, dropped back to that 5th and 6th. Oh, sideways for the 71. Nick holds on to her, but he was looking at the inside wall. You would have thought he was about to power drive the inside wall. He got it gathered up, though, race fans. Nothing's changed at the front of the field. Race leaders coming up on lap traffic, though. That is the 141 of Austin Prey. Prey into the outside retaining wall. Looks like he just got loose in front of the race leaders. Up into the wall he went. It looks like we will stay green flag racing. Clear track for your race leaders as we look back here at Robinson, Rearberg, and Williams. They're battling for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Side by side for the 0-0. That is Christopher Rogers. As you see the 13 of Zach Coyer make his way back into the top 10. So the 13 of Coyer, who also had to come out of a last chance qualifier earlier here tonight, picking up 12 spots. He's now the biggest shaker here in the feature event tonight. Colin Butler is just ahead of Coyer, having a good run also in the 81. He's picked up 8 spots. So who says you can't pass here in Nashville? Robinson getting all sorts of pressure from Rearberg. That bear number 5. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the 71. Nick now looking to the inside, down through turns 1 and 2. He'll run down the banking. Not enough to clear. Now he clears. Robinson let him have that spot at the end of the back straightaway. Everybody else has gone single file at this point, trying to log some laps, but they're all chasing that man who is out front right now. There you see Peyton Hamlet, driver from right here in Nashville, Tennessee, currently running P number 1 on the timing and scoring. Town and Country Ford, Curb Records, 98. Robinson getting pressure now from the 46. That's Williams. They've been pretty close to each other all night long as we're halfway home here tonight. Nick Rearberg passing up Trey Craig for second. So it's Hamlet, Reberg, Craig, Robinson, Williams. Williams won't give up. Oh, sideways, one going around. That's the Window World number 81 of Colin Butler. Don't think Butler actually hit anything. He just spun it around 360. No kickflip. Oh, maybe there's a little right front damage on that entry. Take a look. Watch the blue number 81. During the stack up. Just a quick train reaction is what spun the 81 around. While we have a second, race fans, we're going to take a quick step away, pay a little bit of the bills here tonight. We'll be back at Nashville.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back just in time, race fans. Back to Green Flag Racing and another perfect start by the race leader of Hamlet. He'll leave Rearberg and Craig side by side. And oh boy, hang on to her. That is Brett Robinson back there getting everything he can out of that number 5 machine. Got around Cole Williams on the restart. They're all able to settle it out inside the top 5. You got to go back here to the 2 team machines, Coyer and Vade, trying to work around the number 12. Or sorry, correction, the 00 of Christopher Rogers, not the 12 of Steven Rogers. Remember last week we had about the whole Rogers family in the lobby. 2 Rogers in the same lobby don't make a right? Haha. Yes, race fans, we write our own. Our own jokes are written right here in Pennsylvania. Closing in on just 50 laps remaining here in Nashville tonight. As Hamlet comes across the line here, he has led all 74 laps here tonight. Hamlet, Rearberg, Craig have pulled away. About a half a second. Call a little over half a second back to Brett Robinson, Cole Williams. Preston Boers is right there. Caution lights are on. Looks like the 43 of James Large has had a problem. You see him rolling away on the bottom side of the speedway. Let's take a look. James Large and Aaron Hicks battling for position there. Two drivers going for the same spot. Large got pretty lucky there that he didn't hit the inside pit wall. Take the ride with James Large. Didn't even get the virtual iRacing.com pace car. Had every opportunity to hit the wall and the pace car. Well, race fans, we got to thank you tonight for tuning in to watch the next level underground directional drilling. Super late models here tonight for the All-Pro Sim Racing Series. If it's your first time joining us, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Let these drivers know you appreciate the races they put on for us here on a Monday night. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you can get that notification anytime we go live, whether it's right here on Monday night or, well, maybe you're into those road course things. Yeah, we turn left, we turn right. We do a couple of those hairpins and apexes. And then, of course, we do the big stars, the big cars at the Daytona and Talladega super speedways. Maybe some short track racing action is your thing. Maybe a little bit of dirt. We got it all at some point throughout the week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, David the Cave, Brett the Jet, or Upstate Al, maybe we got the old outlaw KR out of the garage in Missouri and got him in the booth. Maybe Kelly Dahl from north of the border. Either way, we appreciate you race fans for finding us and tuning in here tonight. 8th caution flag of the evening wrapped up, cleaned up as the green lights around the speedway go back on. Another perfect start for the 98 there of Peyton Hamlet. Hamlet will lead us through turns 1 and 2, leaving everybody else stacked up 2 by 2 behind him. Trey Craig drove it in pretty deep that time. He'll open up now the door. Here comes the 46. Williams as they are 3 wide down to the turn number 1. It'll work out for Craig. He kept his right foot in, and he'll pull back that 3rd position for himself. Now he'll put Robinson and Williams side by side. Bors and Hanley just behind them. They were battling side by side also. One driver we haven't talked about much, that's the number 95, Brandon Torres. You see he's locked in the battle with Matt Vade, along with Christopher Rogers and Zach Hoyer. Watching some of the closest cars and the best battles right now. Rogers, that's Christopher Rogers, will fall back into the 11th spot. He's the only driver here tonight in Nashville that started where he's running. Or running where he started, however you would like to say it. One driver got moved up and out of the groove. That's the number 71. Nick Rearberg has fallen back now to the 5th position as there goes the 46 of Cole Williams. Surprised to see that number 71, though, hold on to the outside as well as he is. A couple cars going to tail slap it sideways. Drift King, Cole Williams. A couple cars into the wall. Goyer has some damage. Williams and now Donnie Large has been turned around on the Dunder Mifflin 44. Williams' car really jumped sideways down into 1 and 2. Goyer got a piece. There's Rogers in the 00. And then something broke on the 46, not able to get it spun around. And there you see the 44 come in of Donnie Large. James Large into the back of Donnie, and that's what spun Donnie around. I was wondering what went on there between those two. One driver getting a wave around there. That's the number 9 of Aaron Hicks. Remember Hicks early on going for a slide while running inside the top 5, then got wrapped up in a wreck at the tail of the field, and then got wrapped up in another wreck right after that. So that's the 9th caution flag of the evening here. Not quite to lap 100 just yet. About 10 laps away is what we should be when we go back racing. Remember, the scheduled distance here tonight at Nashville for these drivers is 125 laps. Lights are out, so we're ready to go already. So it'll be Hamlet and Craig on the front row. Then it'll be Robinson and Boers. Highest running spot here tonight for Boers, and that is 4th. Then it's Torres and Hanley. Nice slow start here by Hamlet. Drops the hammer, crosses over, and tries to set sail. Gonna keep an eye on the Zach Hoyer entry. Remember, he was wrapped up in that wreck. Boers and Robinson still can't figure it out. Boers on the outside, Robinson to the inside. Boers has one of those electrifying paint schemes out there. You pick him out of the crowd. Little kiss to the wall down the back straightaway for some of these. One driver that's been very quiet tonight. We saw him in a couple of those picture frames, though. That is car number 95 of Brandon Torres. Torres and car number 95 just picking up 4 spots, but it's been very quiet and methodical here tonight for him. Coyer just a little bit farther back in the number 13. That has a little, when I say little, his right front ain't even pointed in the same direction as a racetrack. Battle for the race lead for the first time here tonight at the line. Give it to Trey Craig. New race leader with just 30 laps to go here at Nashville tonight. It is Trey Craig out front. There's all a little contact there. Hamlet gonna move up the number 15. Looks like Hamlet lifted and let the 15 of Craig take the race lead, and there went Brett Robinson also. A little bit of one of those gentleman moves as Hamlet knew he made a mistake, didn't want to race like that, so allowed him to gather it up and take the position. Matt Bonnet getting around the number 81 of Colin Butler. That's the battle for 8th and 9th. Taking a look at the line, what's the last lap for your race leader? An 18.23 second lap for Trey Craig. For anybody out there trying to do math, that's a little over a half a second back to the second place machine. It may look like a large size gap between first and second, but I assure you, a half a second is nothing. One car sideways. That's the 95, Brandon Torres. Got it out of shapes up onto the boards on the exit of turn number 2, but they stay green flag racing. As that a bump, Torres back to running 11th. 23 laps remaining here tonight at the fairgrounds. Tonight, doing it for Chuck. Doing it all night for Chuck is what I read. So Preston Boers up into 4th. Colin Butler running back in the 8th spot. Right behind him would be the 13 of Coyer. And then it's the 16 of Matt Laudet, who's out in front of you right now. There is that race leader. It's the 15 of Craig. We'll see 20 laps to go. Picking them up, knocking them down. There's some lap traffic out in front of your race leaders here. Craig will have to battle through lap traffic here in just a couple of moments. Riding on board, take a look. There they are. There's 2 cars out in front of your race leader, one of them being the number 9 of Aaron Hicks. And the other one, I believe, I could be wrong, that is the 143 of Danny Fabiano. Fabiano is on the lead lap, so he may give a little bit of a issue to Trey. He will not. He'll pull right over, and Trey Craig will be able to get through. He'll do the same thing here for Robinson and Hamlet. Talk about the sportsman move here. $17 to go, and everybody has pretty much calmed it down a little bit. You're watching Coyer in the white machine and the 81 of Colin Butler. So as they kind of have fizzled it out here, $15 to go. You're looking at on your screen, race fans, that's Robinson is being able to pick up one official spot here tonight. So nothing really working around the track. Butler's been able to move his way back to 8 after going for that little bit of a ride. Two laps away for the driver at the line. That is Trey Craig. 2 more times around before we get to the halfway home. Oh, halfway home. Halfway home meaning just 10 laps to go. I was already thinking of what's half of 10. Sometimes that could sound math is hard. Here comes Boers on the offensive. Boers really trying to get around Nick Werbaugh. See, that is the best battle on the speedway. The Boers wanting to try and keep it. Taking a peek, race fans. Aaron Hicks has pulled his number 9 to the infield. Possibly be a night-ending issue for the Felt Pro entry. You see him sitting there in his pit stall right now. Hicks, Rogers, and Williams, they have not officially retired here tonight. They are just off the racing surface. Looking at those lap times, Brett Robinson is actually faster the last couple of laps than your race leader. I'll take a look again here at the line. This time by, go ahead and give it to Nick Rearbaugh. Back there running in fourth. He is the fastest driver. And by a good amount, actually. Where, oh, where is Mr. Craig? High five in the air this time by for the number 15. Trey Craig will be the first one to see just 5 more laps. And keep it locked right here. This is, well, one of the closest battles on the speedway. Everybody has really strung themselves out. 4 to go. Craig, Robinson, Hamlet. Only been one lead change all night. That was Hamlet. It was Craig over Hamlet, I should say, because, well, Craig has the parts now. The old popsicle sticks are going to go into the air. Trey Craig coming in 14th overall in the championship standings. Looking to get back to the white flag here because he knows if he gets the white flag, no matter what happens next, he'll pick up the checkered as the white silk is waving here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Qualified 6th due to the invert here tonight. And he'll make this one look easy. It's going to be the number 15 of Trey Craig picking up the win here from Nashville. And it'll be Robinson, Hamlet, Rearberg, Boers, Hanley, Vade, Butler, Coyer, and Steven Rogers. That's how they will all line up after tonight's 125 lap feature event. We'll put the cars out there for your race fans so anybody can go down there and get a little bit of a touch preview from that. From there on the infield, that's right. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back as your winner's down there doing some victory donuts tonight. There he is, your winner, Trey Craig, burning it down. We'll take a quick step away. We'll be right back here to see if we have the top 3, and we'll wrap things up here from Nashville.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here to Nashville, race fans. We're waiting for those post-race drivers to be able to get themselves through technical inspection here. Let's run you through the unofficial results, though, here from Nashville. Unofficial results, there they are. Brent Robinson able to pick up the win. Sorry, what is that? That is not. Who put that on the screen? There we go. Thank you, Mr. Producer. It'll be Trey Craig picking up the win here tonight, with Robinson finishing there in second, Hamlet in third, Rearberg back there into the 4th spot, Boers in 5th. Hanley finishes 6th here tonight with Vade in 7th, Butler in 8th, Coyer in 9th, and Steven Rogers into the 10th position. Torres finishing in 11th. It's going to be Donnie Large in 12th, Danny Fabiano back there in 13th, James Large in 14th, and Aaron Hicks into the 15th spot, multiple laps down. Those are your unofficial results here tonight from Nashville. Waiting to see what the first driver that pops through here tonight. Let's see if we can actually get a word in. I believe if you hold tight here, I believe we have the top 3 drivers all standing by. We're going to start with the driver in the 3rd position here tonight. How about it, Hamlet? You lead the first handful of laps on this one tonight, but you're going to come up just a couple positions short at the checkered flag.
Yeah, it was definitely, we got away from them for a little bit, but, these guys race this track in real life, so I knew they were going to be stout at some point, and was hoping to put up a good battle there with Trey for, the lead, and I kind of messed it up, doored him. I had a bunch of wheel in the car and then got on the throttle, and it got away from me and kind of messed up the rest of my run, but it was fun and a strong run nonetheless.
Strong run on a tough track, it seemed, out there for a lot of these drivers. What were you experiencing here tonight?
The biggest thing is just tire conservation. I mean, this track eats through tires, I feel like, and trying to find the balance of being fast and saving the tires and getting good restarts. And we did all that, just kind of come up a little bit short at the end.
Well, a great run for you and everybody back there in the virtual pits for the car number 98. What do you say we hand you the microphone? Who do you got to thank for making this car as quick as it was here tonight?
Just want to thank all the folks that helped me in real life, my real life racing, Curb Records in Nashville, Town and Country Ford of Nashville, Smyrna Upon a Gun. Appreciate everything they do for me in real life, so try to shout them out anytime we run good on the sim, and really appreciate all the things they've done for me.
He looked like the class of the field in the opening handful of laps here tonight, race fans. Hamlet, though, will fall to 3rd tonight at the checkered flag. Second place is going to go to the number 5 of Brent Robinson. It was a quiet night for him. He worked his way into 2nd. Doesn't look like we have him here to talk to. But we do have tonight's winner, the driver of car number 15, Trey Craig. Trey, a great run for you. Started back in 6th. You had to battle, though, and work for this one. Tell us how you were able to get around the number 98 and walk away to this win.
I think it was just more of just, we was just riding to see really what we had. We didn't get a lot of practice. I came in kind of late and then shot it up for qualifying and qualified 3rd, shockingly. And once we got in the invert, and I was just trying to kind of ride and kind of start picking them off one by one, and then got behind Peyton and just kind of seeing the pace that he was running. And then once we kind of got the green flag stretch, I just started kind of backing out a little bit and just riding, saving my tires. I knew that we still had a lot of racing to go, 125 laps long race. And so I just kind of saved a little bit. And I think that once we had that caution with whatever it was, 30 to go or 40 to go, something like that, I knew that it was time to go and time to kind of turn the wick up and see what they had. And so we was lucky enough to be able to kind of put the pressure on him and, get the inside line, and really was able to wrap it there at the end. And, just had a really good car. And so I ended up being able to capitalize on it and came out with a W.
You came out with the win here tonight. What do you think, though, 1 week from now when we head to the Lucas Oil Raceway, another 125-lap feature event, but going from this big track to a track where it seems like everybody fights for the same lane?
So, that's what me and Cole Williams was talking about the other day when we was talking about this race coming up on the schedule this Monday. Nashville and Lucas Oil are my favorite 2 tracks in real life. I've ran a lot of laps in real life at those 2 places. And so, I was really looking forward to this race and really looking forward to the next one, too. Something about that flat 5/8 mile, half mile, whatever it is. I just really love that place up there.
Well, what do you say we let you get a little more practice at it? We'll roll the red carpet out here tonight in Nashville. We'll hand you the microphone because I know there's people that make this all possible here on the sim and back home.
Yeah, you really got to thank you guys for putting on a good broadcast and, give us a platform to race on, and the All Pro Series for putting these, the races on, and everybody that is watching, and all the guys that came out to race, and just all my buddies, Cole, Brett, Peyton, everybody that races with me and makes this enjoyable and making us have a good time. So I appreciate you guys.
Well, there it is tonight, race fans. Your winner, car number 15. 13. Trey Craig will go ahead and walk himself to victory lane here tonight. We will see what he can do next week at Lucas Oil. He said it's one of his favorite tracks. We'll see if he's able to go back-to-back with the series. Those are your top 3 drivers here tonight from the Nashville Fairgrounds. You heard from Craig. You didn't get to hear from Robinson, but I'm sure he would have been quiet just like he was here tonight on the racetrack, and he worked his way to second. Hamlet was able to finish third, then it was Rearberg back there into the 4th spot, and Boers in 5th. Their biggest mover tonight came out of the last chance qualifier. That was the number 13 of Zach Coyer, who will work his way to the 9th position at the end of the feature here tonight in a memorial race for our good friend Chuck Chamblee in the Memorial 125 here from the Nashville Fairgrounds. Well, race fans, we're going to wrap the cords up. We're going to turn the lights off here at Nashville. We got to thank you all for tuning in to watch us here compete at the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds. For everybody over at the All-Pro Sim Series, everybody over at Next Level, and of course our good friend Chuck, who's up there looking down on us, watching us continue his legacy here with the All-Pro Sim Racing League. We thank you, race fans, for watching here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see ya in Turn 3.